In this lecture, we'll discuss what is effectiveness for a heat exchanger. Heat exchanger analysis can be done in two ways. One is using log mean temperature difference method that we have discussed in the previous lecture video. Here, heat transfer is given by UA into delta Tm. This delta Tm is nothing but log mean temperature difference. For this, you can refer my previous lecture video. Now we'll discuss what is effectiveness. For a heat exchanger, effectiveness is nothing but it is the ratio of actual heat transfer rate to maximum heat transfer rate. Actual heat transfer rate to maximum heat transfer rate. Suppose if we take how to calculate actual heat transfer, if Q is the heat transfer rate, then actual heat transfer will be mass flow rate of cold water mc into Cp of C, mass into specific heat Cp of C into delta T, Thi minus Th naught, Thi minus Th naught. The same has been written here. This one, Q is equal to mc of C. C of C is nothing but combination of these two. mc into Cp of C is written as C of C here into Tci minus Tco, that is heat transfer from the cold fluid, heat transfer to the cold fluid. Heat transfer to the cold fluid is nothing but heat transfer from the hot fluid, that is Thi minus Th naught. These two are same. You can see here heat transfer from the cold fluid is equal to mc of C into Tc naught minus Tci, which is equal to which is Ch into Thi minus Th naught. Here C of C is nothing but m of C into Cp of C. This is the actual heat transfer rate. Actual heat transfer rate, this one, whatever this is there, this equation is the actual heat transfer rate. Suppose if we want to calculate maximum heat transfer rate, then okay, maximum heat transfer rate. Maximum heat transfer is possible when the outlet temperature of hot water, outlet temperature of maximum heat transfer is difference is possible when we attain maximum temperature difference. That is when Tc naught is equal to Thi, then we will get maximum heat transfer. To determine maximum heat transfer, the maximum temperature difference is equal to Thi minus Tc. This is the maximum temperature difference. When we will get maximum heat transfer rate is when the outlet temperature of cold water reaches hot water temperature. That is, we will get maximum heat transfer when, for two conditions. One is we will get maximum heat transfer when heat transfer in a heat exchanger, when hot temperature, when cold fluid is heated to the inlet of the hot fluid temperature. When cold fluid temperature is heated to the inlet temperature of the hot fluid. Here, for this condition we will get maximum heat transfer, as well as when cold fluid or when hot fluid is cooled to the inlet temperature of the cold fluid, then we will get maximum temperature. Therefore maximum temperature difference here is Thi minus Tci. We will get maximum temperature. Therefore maximum temperature difference is this one. Maximum heat transfer will be Qmax is equal to Cp of min into Cmin into Thi minus Tci. Cmin will be either minimum of these two, smaller value of these two. Either it may be this one, smaller value, either it may be Ch or Cc. Smaller value of these two is nothing but C minimum. For that only heat transfer will be maximum, that is Q will be maximum. Therefore we will get it as, we will get for a therefore we will get for a heat transfer, for a heat exchanger, effectiveness is equal to we will get this equation. Effectiveness is equal to, this is the actual heat transfer, that is actual heat transfer is nothing but Ch Thi minus Th naught or Cc Tc naught minus Tci. This is minimum heat transfer, that is Cmin into Thi minus Tci. So this is the maximum heat transfer. Denominator is maximum heat transfer, numerator is actual heat transfer. This ratio is nothing but effectiveness. We take a heat exchanger. If we take a parallel flow heat exchanger, for a parallel flow heat exchanger, if we analyze a parallel flow heat exchanger, then we will get this one. If we take like this a parallel flow heat exchanger, and if we take a small elemental area dx, we take, this is a parallel flow heat exchanger like this, okay. And if this is a temperature profile Thi and Tci, Th naught, hot temperature increases, and cold water temperature, this is cold, Tci, cold water temperature increases or cold fluid temperature increases, Tc naught. Okay, this is the temperature profile for the parallel flow heat exchanger we have discussed in the previous lecture video. If we take a small elemental area, elemental length dx, if we take a small elemental length for this parallel flow heat exchanger of dx, then we can write for that small elemental area d theta, theta is the change in temperature for the small elemental area, which is nothing but Th naught, H minus T naught. Actually it is Th minus Tc, and change in temperature d theta is equal to dTh minus dTc. Okay, heat transfer is nothing but again mCp into delta T, that is mc into mc is nothing but Ch or Cc. Here we have taken, which is nothing but, for this hot fluid it is negative because we are moving in this direction. For hot fluid dq is equal to Ch into dTh. We have discussed what is Ch is nothing but mH into Cp of H, mass flow rate of hot fluid into specific heat of hot fluid. dt is the small drop in temperature of this small, this is dt, small drop in temperature of this small elemental length which you have taken of dx. This is small drop in temperature dTh, and again dTc is the small rise in temperature here for this one, small rise in temperature here, dTc. dTc is the rise in temperature for the cold fluid for the small elemental area, dx small elemental. As we move along this length here, uh, d th reduces, temperature of hot water reduces, therefore here it is taken as negative. We'll mark here this part is negative, that is minus ch into dt of h. dq is equal to plus ch into dt of c, that is for the cold fluid. Okay, they are same. Heat transfer from the hot fluid is equal to heat transfer to the cold fluid. Now if we analyze, if I substitute from this equation here, from this equation, substituting dt h and dtc, dt h and dtc from equation 2.5, here I will substitute dth and dtc from this equation to the above equation. I will get d theta is equal to minus u theta dA divided by ch, and this will get further after simplification. If I take this in the denominator, and after that to get total heat transfer I will integrate it. I will get integration from theta 1 to theta 2, integration of 1 by theta is equal to ln of theta to the limits thi minus th naught. Therefore this will be ln of th naught minus tc naught divided by tci minus tc naught is equal to this one, ua 1 by ch into 1 by plus 1 by cc. This is algebra. Further I will, instead of taking log of e, I will take e raised to minus ua divided by, okay. Now these th naught, okay, now th naught from equation 8.23, equation 8.23, if we go, this is the equation 8.23, that is equation for the effectiveness, this equation. From this if we take, if we simplify it as thi is equal to, thi is equal to, if I simplify, if I want to get thi as one term, thi as one term, if I take it in this one in the numerator, and if I simplify, what I will get it is, if I simplify and in this from the same equation 8.23, I will get th naught, if I simplify I will get th naught is equal to this one from equation 8.3, that is 8.23, that is nothing but equation for effectiveness. Again simplifying, if I for the second term, if I simplify it for tc naught, I will take that equation 8.23. From this equation 8.23, if I take tc naught and th naught, if I simplify these two equations to get th naught and tc naught, from this equation 8.23, th naught, if I take th naught, I will get th naught and tc naught. If I simplify it, I will get th naught is equal to this one, and tc naught, this is from equation 8.23. okay, further subtracting th naught minus tc naught, I will get this one. Further what I will do, I will take simplify this term to get this term. If I see this term here, this is, and if I observe equation number 8 if I observe this term, as well as if I observe equation number 8.26, this one just now we have derived here, LHS of these two equations are same, LHS th naught minus tc naught divided by thi minus tc naught, here also it is same, here also it is same. Therefore what I can, here also it is same, therefore what I will do, LHS is same, therefore I will equate this RHS of equation 8.26 with this equation. Okay, therefore this will be 1 minus the same term is here, and RHS of equation 8.26 is this one. Okay, further if I simplify here, uh, for epsilon I will get epsilon is nothing but effectiveness. I will get it as 1 minus e raised to minus UA into 1 by Cc plus 1 by Ch, here divided by Cmin. Cmin is nothing but Cmin is minimum of Cc or Ch or Ch minimum, whatever is minimum there. Cc is nothing but mass flow rate of cold fluid into specific heat of cold fluid, that is m of C into Cp of C. Ch is nothing but mass flow rate of hot fluid into specific heat of hot fluid. It is minimum of those values. It is minimum of either, it may be Ch, or suppose if Cc is minimum, if Cc is minimum, this should be like this. Cc is minimum, then Cc is nothing but this sign symbol is not correct. If Cc is minimum, Cc is Cmin, Ch is Cmax, then we will get epsilon is equal to this equation. We will get epsilon is equal to 1 minus e raised to UA divided by the same equation. If I substitute Cc as Cmin here in this 8.27 equation, and if I simplify, I will get, okay, 1 minus e raised to minus UA divided by Cmin plus 1 divided by Cmin by Cmax. This equation I will get. Further, if Ch is C minimum, then also we will get the same equation. If we substitute Ch as C minimum in equation 8.27, we will get the same answer here. Okay, this equation only we will get here. This equation is available in the data handbook, and if in case 1, if we study its different cases, in case 1, if Cmin by Cmax is equal to 1, it is equal to 1, then if I substitute Cmin by Cmax equal to 1 in equation 8.28, I will get, in this equation we will substitute, I will get in equation, this equation, if I substitute Cmin by Cmax equal to 1, I will get it as this term, epsilon equal to 1 divided by 1 by 2 1 minus e raised to minus 2 NTU. NTU is nothing but net transfer unit. This is important. NTU is nothing but, it is UA divided by Cmin, that is NTU, called as net transfer unit. Okay, in the next lecture, this is for a parallel flow heat exchanger. For the counter flow heat exchanger also, we'll get the same answer.